Hey guys, GHZD here, back with another video. Today I am doing another story video. I haven't done one of these for a little bit, so decided I might as well do one because I've been posting a lot of Realm content recently and a lot of you guys enjoy this series, so yeah. So about 5 years ago, I actually went on a school trip to the Cocos Islands, which are like these small little islands off the west coast of Australia. I say off the west coast of Australia, but they're quite far away in the middle of bloody nowhere. But yeah, honestly, it was probably one of my favorite trips I've ever done. Like, it was so good. Just the climate, the people I was with, the things I saw, and it was just overall a good trip. Good school trip, anyway. And we pretty much spent the entire trip snorkeling and like going to different places of the islands. Now, the islands actually make a circle around this massive lagoon. I say lagoon, but I don't really know what it's called, to be honest. But it's like this massive body of water surrounded by the islands, which kind of shelters it and creates like a massive ecosystem completely sheltered by the outside waves. So we were snorkeling probably about in the center of this. I think it was called, I don't remember what it's called, something like Blue Lagoon or something. I think I'm getting mixed up with something, but it had blue in the name, and it's basically this just large area which was a lot deeper than all of the other places. So we went out, caught a boat out to there. We all started hopping into the water. You could see about 20 meters down. I'll convert that to whatever measurements you guys use in the screen. So you could see about 20 meters down, and there was these massive brain corals just everywhere. It was so cool. Like, honestly, I would highly recommend doing this, but bloody hell. So there were a lot of fish around, tropical fish. And all of a sudden, I'm swimming next to one of my mates, and he's like diving down, trying to get this anchor that was on the bottom. Like, obviously he was going to pick it up, but he just wanted to be able to like touch it or whatever. So he was going down. I think he had experience with scuba diving before, so he knows like how to equalize the pressure in your ears and stuff like that, which I know to an extent, but I'm not like as good as him. So I was like, nah, I'll pass on that one, hey. But so yeah, we were just chilling in the water, looking at some fish and touching some brain coral. Probably shouldn't have been doing that because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to touch corals, but let's just keep that on the down low. But yeah, so there was these sharks. These sharks just started coming in. Black tip reef sharks and I think white tip reef sharks. I don't really know how to give you a description of their size. They're probably about the size of a person, maybe a little bit bigger. I'm not sure how accurate that would be, but to me it seemed like that. And it was 5 years ago, so I don't know, I was smaller back then. But these sharks were everywhere. We didn't notice them at first, but the longer we stayed in the water, the more we noticed them, because they would like get used to us being there and then they would come out or whatever. And from what we could tell, the school wouldn't chuck us inside this body of water filled with viciously attacking sharks just for lols. Nah, the sharks were actually pretty passive, so that was fine. But that's not what kind of spooked me. Like, being that close to sharks is a really invigorating experience. You get your adrenaline pumping and you start like hyperventilating until you calm down a bit in your snorkel mask or whatever. And these sharks are just swimming around. They circle you as well, which is bloody intimidating. And oh my god, do you just like freak out. But eventually we got used to them. They were everywhere. They just kind of like accepted the fact that we were in the water. And we just had a good time checking out the scenery again. And then it was time to go back to the boat. And so we just started going towards the boat again. More sharks were swimming around us. It was really cool. I can't stress to you guys enough how awesome it is. Like, how awesome the feeling swimming with sharks is, right? Like, it's so just, people will be like, there's no way I'm swimming with sharks because of the negative connotations associated with them these days. But they are quite passive if you find the right ones. But yeah, so we get back on the boat and then they say they're heading over to the feeding grounds. And I immediately think, oh, we're going to be feeding some fish. That's pretty cool. But, oh god, was I wrong. We go out probably about, I think it's like 4 kilometers, maybe less. I might be completely distorting scale right now. But it was quite a while. We went quite a far distance away from this blue lagoon area. I think that's what it's called. But we kept going. And the boat stopped, and then they started pulling out these chunks of meat and like chum, is it? Chum. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. But yeah, they started ditching it into the water, and within 5 minutes, there were sharks everywhere, frantically, just viciously attacking the food that we were chucking into the water. And we were just completely shocked because we were just swimming with these things. I don't know whether or not they've set it up so sharks know that it's feeding ground there and is safe to snorkel somewhere else. I don't know how they did it, but somehow the sharks were just like, let's not eat the people today. We'll just eat the chum and the meat that they chuck in, which is kind of understandable because I'm pretty sure they're pretty sure they know the difference between like dead meat and living. So whatever. It was pretty scary knowing the fact that I was just swimming with sharks and then we just feed them. So that was pretty cool. Something else that we did as well was fishing. Fishing was definitely one of those big things out there. And there was a jetty that came off one, I think it was the West Island. I can't really remember. But yeah, so we were on the jetty on the West Island. All of us were just using hand lines. It wasn't just actual fishing rods. And one of my friends bet the teacher that he could get more fish than him, right? So they were completely just off on their own thing, trying to like outdo each other or whatever. And then everyone else was either just like, I can't be bothered fishing. I kind of just want to take in the scenery. Or you were just like relaxing and just chucking your line in the water. But all of a sudden, the teacher just gets a massive catch on his line. And he is reeling it in. But he keeps his cool so well. And everyone's like, what kind of fish is this? And probably about 10 minutes later of just reeling or whatever, because he threw it quite a far way out, and the damn fish was pulling quite hard, so it was really hard to kind of get leverage on the hand line to just reel it in. It took us about 5 minutes to realize what it actually got on the line, and it turns out he had caught a fish, and then a shark had eaten the fish, and then got itself caught on the line. And he pulled out this black tip reef shark using a hand reel and chucked it on the jetty, and we were just like, holy shit, what the hell? And then he kind of obviously won the competition there because he kind of caught a shark just casually. So that was pretty cool. It was a bloody awesome holiday, and I thought you guys would enjoy that kind of stuff. I know sharks are kind of one of those controversial things where people are like, oh god, I don't want to swim with sharks. They seem way too dangerous or whatever. But they're pretty cool when you get to know them, you know. It's just like fish are friends, not food. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a brilliant day. I hope you guys haven't wasted as much money as I have on the gentleman's skin box. I want to cry because I still have not got the skin and I will not be buying any more gold. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace. So yesterday, Silex actually hosted a test event where he was just testing a bunch of stuff for an event that he's going to be doing, and he basically just allowed people into a guild that he created and then just spawned some stuff, these things called lava sheep that walk around and spawn lava. And at the end he hosted a Oryx castle in the guild hall for everybody. I unfortunately didn't make it into the guild, which was really annoying because I was talking to the guys inside the guild hall on Mumble at the time. And I wish I could have got the footage myself, but cheers Poopy for giving me the footage that you recorded. Really appreciate it, man.